Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome. Amazing mom bosses all over the world. Welcome back to another episode of Mom Boss Talk Radio. I am your host, Jaresha Moore-Smith. And if you tuned in last week, we talked about change, right? So we talked about how we have to be willing to embrace change and navigating the journey of being mom bosses. And so we know that change is inevitable. There's a lot of changes happening on the Mom Boss Talk Radio show. And in honor of that change, I just want to share with you that we are actually looking for guest host. So we're seeking guest hosts for upcoming episodes of the Mom Boss Talk Radio show. If you're in our community, which we have a Facebook group, there was a post that went up just letting everyone know that if you're interested in sharing your story and really giving some valuable insights, because I know we all have valuable insights to offer, please reach out to us so that you can be a guest host on the show. We would love for you to be on here. So you would be on here with myself, and we just have fun on this show. So we have fun. It's an opportunity to share your journey as a mom boss and really inspire so many people all over the world. I know you have a story, and I know that you're amazing. You're an amazing mom boss. And so if you want to share your story, your journey, and, be a part of the show, you can definitely reach out to us and let us know. You can send an email to info@empoweronpurpose.com. And we would love to have you be a guest host on the show along with myself, Jaresha, and we're going to have a blast. So stay tuned. So for those that you are listening and you continue to support the show, we thank you for supporting the show. We love you. We love being able to inspire, empower, and really just share our experiences as mom bosses. And so today, know that I'm going to share what I'm going to talk about today, which is finding your mom boss Mojo. Yay. So I love that, right? So I love that. And I love it because I really hope that as I share just a little bit about how you find your mom boss mojo, I hope that you are ready to be motivated, inspired to embrace your ambition and become the fearless mom boss that you were meant to be. So we know that being a mom is a full-time job, okay? Full-time job. All of us as moms, there's just no way around it. We have full-time jobs, and we have several jobs. We wear several hats, but being a mom is a full-time job. And for those who aspire to be more than just moms, finding that inner mom boss mojo can be really a transformative experience for us. So I want to really explore the journey of successful mom bosses who as successful mom bosses, we have the courage, the ambition, and the drive to create a life, a fulfilling life for ourselves and our families. Because to me, that's what it's all about. So how do we find our mom boss mojo? Well, I'm going to give you a few different, ways that I think we can find it. First, we have to embrace our passion and our purpose. And so one common thing among successful mom bosses is our ability to identify and pursue our passions. So that is finding something that sparks your interest and aligns with your purpose, which is going to help navigate the challenges and maintain that motivation. And so, what I'll tell you is that passion is the fuel that ignites your inner fire and propels you forward. I feel like that. I need to repeat that again. Passion is the fuel that ignites your inner fire and propels you forward. Now, there is no doubt that, if you've been listening to the show and, really been, supporting and tuning in, that, we each have shared our passion. And so my passion is empowering others for growth and success. And so that comes through with my business. It comes through, when I talk to people, as I motivate, as I speak, as I train, as I teach, as I coach. That comes through because that is something that has always sparked my interest. It's being able to empower people. When people feel like they're doubting themselves and they feel like they can't and they're stacked against the wall, I have always been passionate about helping people, right? Helping people and helping them, pushing them, empowering them. And so that's that coach that's within me. But that's something I've been passionate about. So when I was looking at launching a business and understanding, what business that I want to launch and what that looked like for me, I had to really look inward on what is it that I truly love doing? What is something that I'm extremely passionate about, so that I can walk into my purpose. And that was it for me. That was it for me, because not many people know this, but when I first started my journey of I'm going to launch a business, it was years. And when I say years ago, and it was about, it was, at least I thought at the time, I was going to have my own, salon. Like I wanted to, open up my own salon. And so that I went to beauty school and, cosmetology school, and we called it beauty school back in the day, but went to cosmetology school and then decided after I completed all that schooling and everything else, I was like, you know what? I don't really know if this is really what I want to do. For the long haul. If I don't know that this is something that I want to turn into a business. Now, yes, I was able to learn so much. I had that skill that I was still able to utilize, not as far as from a business standpoint, but it helped me learn more about, skincare. It helped me learn more about caring for my own hair and then my children, so on and so forth. However, it wasn't something that I really felt that I was extremely passionate about at the time. But when I had an opportunity to learn more about the business side of it, I was very intrigued. And so it was through that I was so intrigued. I'm like, I want to know more. And so not only did I want to know more, but I chose at that time, and this was in my 20s years ago, I chose to transition from, beauty school to going into the business route and taking courses in business and learning more about business and the operation side of it and all of that. And so that started a whole different journey for me. But I'm trying to think, where was I really going with this? That started a whole different journey for me because you guys didn't really know that. Not very many people know that that's what I thought I wanted to do. And I realized I wasn't passionate about it. And I was really passionate about helping people in a different way. Helping people, because even then, when I would have conversations with people and come in contact with people, one of the things that really would just, probably just irritate, I always used to say irritate my soul, was to hear people, one, that doubted themselves, that spoke down on themselves and didn't recognize their greatness. And so that in turn, years later, that helped me really launch and before launching, helped me figure out what I wanted to do. Fast forward after I, got my college degrees and all of that. And then had that aha moment, like, this is really what I want to do. Because at that time, and this was years ago, even when I was introduced to John Maxwell's books and personal growth, I loved it. Like, I couldn't get enough of personal growth. Okay. Couldn't get enough of personal growth books. couldn't get enough of just learning more about who I was and, learning more about myself and how to grow. And then in turn, I was like super on fire and excited about helping other people grow. And so that was my passion. But that was something that I had to learn along the way. So I had to embrace my passion and purpose. And going back to that what I shared when I said passion is the fuel that ignites your inner fire and propels you forward. Well, yeah, the passion that I had for empowering others was the fuel that ignited my inner fire. Hence, I launched a business, launched a platform that has helped other people help other people share their messages and their stories across the world. And so that has propelled me forward and continues to propel me forward. The other thing that I want to mention, the second point, is overcoming self-doubt and fear. Now, we know that fear and self-doubt can hold us back, right, from reaching our full potential. But let me tell you, mom bosses have to recognize the importance of overcoming these obstacles to achieve their goals. So, as a mom boss, it's not about having no fear, but rather acknowledging it and taking action anyway. Now, I'm going to repeat that again because I feel like some that may have went over some of our heads, or, we weren't paying attention, really fully focused, and we didn't really hear it well. And so what I said is, it's not about having no fear, but it's about acknowledging it and taking action anyway. So you're going to have fears. We all have fears. We need to confront our fears head on so that we can discover our true capabilities and unlock our full potential. That is how you overcome self-doubt and fear. That is how you find your mom boss mojo, because that's what we need to find. We need to find our mom boss mojo, and we need to keep finding it. Sometimes if we lose our way, we have to keep finding it. We have to dive in. We have to keep, resetting, refocusing, doing whatever we need to do. But we have to keep finding it. So the first point I mentioned, embracing passion and purpose. Second, overcoming self-doubt and fear. And you know that we can't talk about finding your mom boss mojo without talking about balancing priorities and self-care. Listen, being a mom and pursuing your ambitions can sometimes feel like an overwhelming, juggling act. And I don't know if you know how to juggle, but let me tell you, the times that I've tried to juggle, it is overwhelming. So those of you that, juggle, that know how to, kudos to you. But the times that I have learned or try to learn how to juggle, it was the most uncoordinated thing ever. But so you know how it feels though, as a mom, because we are pursuing our ambitions, that it feels like we're juggling so many different things. And truthfully, we are. We're juggling being a mom and the hat that we wear, for taking care of our kids. And if you're a single mom, you're wearing every single hat, at home. We're juggling, if you're a wife, you're juggling the wife hat, okay, and everything that comes along with being a wifey. If you are, running a business, then you already know how many hats that come along with. When I tell you you're wearing the hat as the social media manager and marketing, you're wearing the hat as the financial director, the CEO, the CFO, the COO, you are wearing every single hat as a entrepreneur, especially if you just started. Okay. So let me clear that up, because not many of us may not be wearing all the hats in our business at this point in time. But if you just started your business, so if you are just launching and you've had your business and you're still in the growing phase, then you're wearing all of the hats. You are wearing every single hat. And not to mention all of the hats I just mentioned. The hat as a mom, the hat as a wife, You're wearing so many hats, and it's a juggling act. It's overwhelming. But successful moms learn the importance of setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and asking for help when needed. Boom, there it is. I think we can drop the mic right now, because if you're not prioritizing self-care, setting boundaries, and asking for help, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think we need to do a whole show on asking for help, because I can remember when I was a single mom and how that pride thing, y'all know how it is with pride. Those of us that are prideful, how that pride thing gets in the midst, and we don't want to ask for stuff even though we need help. Yeah, and that was me as Miss Independent single mom. My cape was waving in the wind, and I'm gonna do it all. And yeah, even though it's gonna stress me out for doing it all and not asking for help, I think we're gonna do a show just on that and that alone. But yes, as successful mom bosses, we have to be willing to set those boundaries, to ask for help, to prioritize our self-care. See, when you take care of yourself first, okay, take care of yourself first so that you can show up as the best version of yourself for your family and for your business. Take care of self first. So this makes me think of how, when you get on the plane and, the stewardess goes through the whole rundown as far as the oxygen mask and, in case of an emergency, we need to make sure we put the mask on ourselves first before helping, putting it on anyone else. And as moms, we're thinking, how in the world, our first concern is always going to be our children, especially if your children are flying with you. But know that that's where we got to shift our mindset. We got to make that transition, because you have to take care of yourself first. When you take care of yourself first, you are able to show up and wear all those hats that you're wearing. You're able to show up as the best version of yourself for your children, for your husband or your spouse or your partner, whoever it may be in your life, and for your business or your job. If you're not taking care of self, what are we doing? That sounds like another show too. If you're not taking care of yourself, what are you doing and why? Why are you not taking care of self? Because when we prioritize self-care, it ensures that we have physical and mental energy to tackle our goals, to wear the 50 million hats that we're wearing every single day. You can't wear those hats. You can't juggle if you're not taking care of yourself. I don't know about y'all, but I always want to show up as the best version of me. For me, for my family, for my children. I always want to show up as the best version of me. Always, 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 always. So when we're finding our mom boss mojo, it is a journey. It is a journey of embracing our passion, overcoming the self-doubt, and balancing the priorities in our lives. You see, as moms, we have the power within us to be fearless and achieve greatness. You have the power within you that's listening right now. Let me just empower you, because I told you that's my passion. Let me just empower you for a moment, because you are fearless and you can achieve greatness. Listen, you've been wearing those hats. You have been wearing those hats and you have been doing it. You have been doing it. You make it look easy. And we know it's not easy. We know it's not easily juggling. Sometimes you're juggling, something may fall, but you pick it back up and you keep juggling. Sometimes you lose your way, but you keep moving forward. Listen, moms, you are more than just caretakers. You are powerful, powerful women capable of great accomplishments. So embrace your passions, conquer your fears, and make self-care a top priority. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. We have a whole entire community that is ready to embrace your greatness, that is ready to embrace you as a mom boss, because we get it. Oh yeah, we know and we understand. So, and that's why it's so important to surround yourself with other mom bosses who can support and motivate you to become the mom boss that you were meant to be. So I say this to you today as you're on your journey to find your mom boss mojo. I love that. Mom boss mojo. Don't you just love the way that it sounds? I had to say it again. I need you to stay fearless, stay motivated, and let your mom boss mojo shine. Let it shine. Because as I have said throughout, you are fabulous. You are fierce. You are ambitious, highly driven. And let me tell you, you are fearless. Fearless. And I thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mom Boss Talk Radio. Until next time, y'all better continue to be fearless and fabulous. And know that you are making moves and you got this.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.